Hey, this is Kaare Andrews, and today we're going to start filling up this notebook I've been talking about with ideas and plot, and we are going to start writing your comic book with pictures. Today, I'm creating comics with Kaare. Bam! Oh yeah, intro. Super Shopper Studios. Hey, hi there, how's it going? Kaare Andrews, we're back yet again. Can you believe we're still going, still doing this, still riding out the crazy by making comics? There's no new comics in the stores, but there's new comics in your very fingers. Can you feel it? Can you feel the crackle? Can you feel that energy? It's like fire, baby. Okay, so I've been teasing about this. This is the notebook I've been talking about. This is a moleskin notebook. You can buy them in packs of 3s. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can take a stack of 8x10 paper and just fold them over and staple them if you have a big stapler, or just not. Just have them unbound. Or any notebook will do. If it has lines in them, who cares, man? Who cares? I don't care. You shouldn't care. We are just going to have as little tools as possible, as little materials as possible, as little cheats as possible. The cheat I have, though, that we do need is my little iPhone. That's how I'm recording these videos here. So I'm gonna hit video, hit record. Oh, we're already rolling. This is for sound. That's a little behind the scenes magic. Why you clap is you can easily cue sounds. I'm recording sound both on this camera and on my phone as backup. We're covered, baby. We've got everything covered. We've got my trusty dusty 2B pencil. Now this 2B pencil has become the tool of choice for this series. There's tons of tools you can use. It doesn't matter. You can use ballpoint pens. You can use pigment pens. You can use markers, crayons, vials of blood, and a dip fountain pen. Who knows, man? You do you. The most important thing is to just keep creating. We're going to turn off our critical voice. We're going to turn off expectations. We know the destination. We know we want to climb that mountain, right? We know we want to climb Mount Everest. Now, here's a quick side note. Before we jump into this, quick side note. I have this weird idea about Mount Everest. Actually, I've known people who've climbed it, to be honest. But the idea is, for many people, climbing Mount Everest is the most meaningful thing that they can do in a lifetime. People spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, trips, training, gear. Sometimes they have to go 3 times before the weather's right before they go up. They spend all this time, resources. They finally get up the mountain, and why? Why does it give people so much meaning? I believe that it's because it's pointless. It's because there's no other expectations attached to it. It's just a pure destination. And it's really hard. Because it's a struggle, and because it's a clear destination, and because it's pointless, it imbues meaning in your life. We're going to do that with our comic book series. We know what we're going to do. It's a clear, crystal clear point. It's a comic book. Comic books are very hard. They're one of the hardest mediums I know of, and as someone who's worked in many mediums, the sheer amount of hours, talent, hustle, drive, determination to do comics is daunting. Comic books also are a disposable medium. They were created as something to consume by kids and throw away. The pointlessness of it all. Super hard, clear destination, pointlessness. We are going to find meaning in our lives by making a comic book. That's the secret ingredients. Here we go. Now, if you're like me, you don't do homework well. I only do work well. You know? Oh, coffee break. What that means is your notebook probably looks like this. It probably doesn't even have a title on it. We're going to change that right now. Let's get our drawing materials. I've got a 2B pencil. I've got a my kneadable eraser here. Hopefully that's all I need. I've got a gray marker if I want, and I've got a mechanical pencil. I may jump into the mechanical pencil. Right now we're going to label this book. Find out which way is front. Right here. Right now I have no idea what the title of this comic book even is. I know the character. Right now we're going to call it Bay. Right there. It's in pencil. I can change it later. Doesn't matter. All that matters is we continue forward. Page 1. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to just generate ideas with words and pictures as we go. We're just going to turn on the tap. I'm going to change to my mechanical pencil so I can draw real small. I may zoom in a little bit on my camera here, my secondary camera. And I'm just going to write down what we know. Okay, what we know is there is let's call it a 16-year-old girl named Bea, or Bay. Swap those two vowels around and you have a shortened version of the same name. Isn't that? It's like a puzzle. Life is like a puzzle. We know we're going to have Norse mythology, high school. These first steps I'm just recanting from memory, like at the tip of my tongue. I didn't rehearse this. What do I just know off the tip of my tongue from spending like a week on this project? Like less than an hour in total on this project. Norse mythology, high school, monsters. Of those monsters, we have the hag with 2 A's. We have the hag and her children. We have the kind of wolf creature. We'll call it a swamp wolf. I just made that up right now. That's how it works, man. Turn on the tap. Turn on the tap. Don't stop yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Just turn on the tap. Let it out. Let it start flowing. What I know, we have with sewers. We have a magic sword. We have a Thor's hammer amulet. Oh, we have braids in the hair. Whereas later we have a plaid shirt. What else? Is there anything else? Oh. Okay, another thing you need is fresh batteries in your primary camera. Secondary cameras recorded everything. Who knows what we captured before the batteries went out? I don't care. The tap's on. I'm just flowing. Ride or die, baby. Ride or die, right? So this we know. 16-year-old girl named Bay. Norse mythology, high school, monsters, the hag and her children, swamp wolf, sewers, magic sword, Thor's hammer, braids in hair, pleasure. Oh yes, Southern Gothic. Southern Gothic. That means witchcraft. That means good versus evil. Maybe some class struggles like poverty, etc. Blue collar people, like normal people, not elites. I mean, hey, I just did a career own book set in the world of multi-billionaires, so it's important to write all this stuff down. Blue collar. Okay, that is what we know. Now, what don't we know? My theory of creativity is not one of careful and deliberate thought. I don't believe in it. That is something I believe you can do in execution, but in creativity, my theory, my personal theory, is that it's a tap you turn on. And the stronger the flow of ideas, the less control you have over what comes out. Your task is to just write or draw that stuff, to capture that stuff down. There is this idea that bipolar people have some kind of creative advantage. I'm not going to dispute that, because I think I'm not bipolar, as far as I know, but I know I get a bit manic. You can probably hear it and look at my crazy eyes. And I know I have big highs and big lows. And it's this, like, you can't get those creative highs without the creative lows. And they can really take you out. But you want to ride that wave. So we're going to turn on our mania. We're going to turn on our tap. And we're just going to turn off our judgment, turn off our control. And we're just going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't done this before. You're going to watch this manifest in front of your eyes and be equally disappointed as impressed. That's the plan. And now, okay, what are we going to do? Okay, we're going to, she's going to move from a big city. She's going to have a sibling. Brother, sister, I'll call it bro. Brother, younger. 12? 13? Call him 12 for now. Maybe his birthday's an issue too. I don't know. But that's how it works. What else we got here? Single parent. Single parent. We're going to call the single parent... mother, father. I don't know. That's tricky. I'll decide later. It doesn't matter. Single parent. A return to hometown of that parent. And their surname will be Wolf. The Wolves. I often do this weird thing where I name characters after people I know. Maybe they're family members, maybe they're people I went to high school with or whatever. I used to have a friend named Ryan Wolf. Hey man, if you're watching, it's been a few decades since we last talked. But it doesn't mean I'm basing it off of anyone with those names, and I'm spelling it different here. I like that personal connection to names. Not because I take their attributes, and not because I try to translate them into comic books or anything else. It's just, I don't know why I like it, but it's important. I do it all the time, and I don't question it. Turn it on the tap. Okay, wolves. What else we got? I see my exposure meter is riding up and down, up and down. Maybe it's this hat, my black shirt. Got the Lion King power on today. Shout out to Troy, loves my hats. Here we go. Return to the hometown of the parent. Okay, there's going to be a rival teen girl at new school. There's going to be an ancient warrior amongst them. There's going to be an event that threatens the people Bay loves. There's going to be a boy she falls in love with. There's going to be a character that betrays her, and she is going to have to betray her parent. Now, this all sounds like pretty standard stuff, but it's important to just start sprinkling the lawn with seeds. I don't know which of those elements will grow and which of those seeds will just stay in the dirt, but the idea is you need to plant them. You plant them in this book. Right now, look, we have our first page done. Title, first page. Now, you can either choose to keep going with these words, or we can let's do that. We'll do just a few more. Let's give her a pet dog. That dog dies at some point. Maybe. We're going to have a missing teens. Maybe we'll have a meth lab or something. Meth lab, drug dealer war. We can either have visions or dreams of future or ancient past. Okay, that's great. I keep going. I will keep going later. Can change tools here. Go for something a little more drawing. I've got my 2B. So there's this idea that Kubrick had, Stanley Kubrick, the filmmaker, and I can't exactly remember it, but the idea is that he would build his films around something like 6 images he had in mind. 6 visual images he had, and then he would kind of build the story to incorporate those images. I like that idea a lot because I think you read comic books. Caffeine is a stimulant. Stimulants are not always bad. They can help you. Don't go any more than in a coffee, though. If you get too jittery, you're not going to be able to draw. You read comic books. You read images before you read words in comic books. So it makes perfect sense to me why you wouldn't, unless you can't. This is kind of for artists. But hey, Alan Moore also and Mark Miller, they do thumbnails, they do layouts. A lot of people can draw more than you think they can. Start drawing just images. Doesn't matter what. I don't know what they're going to be. I'm going to do a few of them right now. I'm going to draw them as quick as possible. Do my secret training that I've done before with you. I don't even know how big they are. I'm going to. Here's Bay. Oh, her hair's down. She looks very sad. But she also has the hilt of her sword here. Now this paper has a bit more tooth than printer paper, So it's recording my strokes a bit darker and more immediate, so I have to be extra careful with my lines with a lead as soft as a 2B, but that's okay. In fact, I like it. Higher stakes. Flow state, baby. Hand here. Braids in her hair. Ear popping out. Face in shadow. Sword pulsating with power. And we have a grave. Wooden grave. That kind of grave freshly dug grave you might give for your pet. In the background is her brother. Just the shape of him. Mom's looking for her. Mom's looking for you from the brother. Under a tree. You can see his face. And maybe by the tree. There's a hanging tire. This is a moment in the story, perhaps. Maybe we'll hit it. I don't know what it means yet. Warning your dog, brother in the distance, mom's looking for you, a tire hanging behind the tree. Maybe she will swing on that tire swing when she has problems. Maybe when she visits her pet. I don't know. That's an image. That's an image. Okay, let's change gears. Boop bop, boop bop, boop bop. Let's have Bay here. Bay is going to unlock the magic of her sword. don't know what the sword looks like really. I'm kind of drawing it. So this is when the handles first fly out. So these handles are going to retract. In fact, when she finds a sword, she won't understand it's a sword at all. It's going to be just some kind of, she's going to think it's some kind of I don't know, stick or pipe or some kind of object. Her nose is a little, come on, Kari. Round to the Tari. Get it together. Watch your noses, everyone. Kids, most kids don't have giant noses. Most of them. It'll age your characters up. Because noses keep growing. And so old people, noses and ears keep growing as you age. So when you draw people with big noses and big ears, it her hair's gonna be. Whoa. We just our mind says old, even if the obviously some. Let's keep her in the jacket. Young, obviously some people have young. Obviously some young people have large noses and ears, but in general, well, and those people, their noses and ears are only going to get bigger as they age. If you wrap your lines around shapes, you can really start digging out the form. Her jackets. You can help me dig out that elbow. We'll see the lower part of her mouth. And then it's like, is there some kind of like, can be some kind of energy source coming out when the sword, I don't even know what there's part of it is called. That's what part of the sword hilt. I'll have to look at it. A little note there. Clang. So when you ideate, when you draw, when you discover, and you're using the language of comic books, use all the tools. Sound effects, panels if you want, speech balloons. Wait, and she's got this plaid shirt, right? Which I never would have chosen if I hadn't looked at that reference earlier. Reference should be an opening, not a constraint. It should give you more out of that tap, not less. Ging. Cool, my goodness. I've been trying off of my carefully placed camera. What? 2 images. Okay, let's stop right there. I've got these images. I'm just going to take 2 minutes to just quickly go in and clean them up. My proportions are a little off. I'm going to start up top. Let's zoom in. Get some of this action right here. Okay, it might lose me in this camera now. Oh God, it's so hard. Move this camera over. How's that, better? Better. Okay, let's pick out some details here. Now, I had a dog that was actually my wife's dog. And I thought Pancake should be a great name for it. She did not. It turned into his middle name. Come on, what a great name for a dog. Here's a tire. Something about the quality of pencil is just awesome. Like, do they live in a trailer park or do they live in an old house? I think it needs to be an old house. Like, that's why they moved there. So, okay, let's fix it. There's the ear. See, the neck should be down there. Okay, it could be shadows. In fact, it is. But let's just make sure that's what we're doing. That means this is a light source. There's some kind of light source there. I don't know what kind of jacket this is. I guess we should decide. Is it a leather jacket? I think leather jackets are cool. But is that too hip for her? Let's call it leather. It's not hers though. It's someone's. Someone gave her this jacket. It's from someone. It doesn't quite suit her. It's from someone she loves. Maybe it's from her dad. And the jacket is really too cool for school. Too cool for her anyways. But her dad was pretty cool. Whoever he was. He's not there anymore. Military? That gives me something to play with. And then do we have room? Room for it? We've got room for a friend. I don't know what she looks like, but I know she's going to wear glasses. See the difference in line when I draw like this, my normal style, or when I draw like this, my blocking out style? When I'm blocking shapes out, they're just looser. And I'm not worried so much if I have the right shapes. That's why I do it. It frees me. It's freeing me. It's turning on the tap. And also, I don't have to constantly sharpen my pencil because I'm drawing on the side. What? And then, whoa. Can you read that? I can't even read it. Whoa. Now I can define details by switching my grip again. Oh, I guess she has bangs and short hair. Her nerd friend named Doreen, I guess. Hey, look at that. We're done. So, here's our sketchbook. We have a page and a half of words, 2 drawings, more powerful than any of these words, but words are faster than drawing. Ask any comic book writer. That is powerful, though. Ask any comic book artist. We've got both, so we're ahead of the game. We are going to spend a little more time on the book, on the sketchbook. We're going to add, if we feel like it, we're going to add words and drawings as we go. For you and me here, us, you, me, we're going to do this at least one more time, maybe 2. I don't know. We'll see how much images and words we can get out of our idea book here. We will come back to this idea book when we're lost in the writing process and we've forgotten our intention. This will always guide us back to the original intention before we started criticizing our concepts. Pure creative power. All right, that's it. So, see you again, my friend, on the next installment of Making Comics with this guy. Super Chopper Studios. Run! No! Get to the chopper!